Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wilda Salasia Hilyana. Student number is 2518065. I would like to explain the answers based on the question about teaching, learning, and education. Number 1, teacher is a professional educator who has some main tasks such as educating, teaching, guiding, directing, training, assessing, and evaluating students in early childhood education programs through formal education, primary education, and secondary education. Then for number 2, teacher has two main roles. Teacher as a teacher plans teaching program, implement the programs that have been prepared, and carry out assessment after the programs is implemented. And then second, teacher as educator. Teacher has a responsibility to direct and guide their students to the perfect personality level of maturity. And then for number 3, we will talk about RPP. RPP or Rencana Pelaksanaan Pembelajaran is a plan that describes the procedures and organization of learning to achieve a basic competency set out in the content standards and described in the syllabus. Then the function of RPP. RPP as a reference for teachers to carry out teaching and learning activities to be more focused and run effectively and efficiently. Then the component of RPP, first, learning identity, learning them or sub-them, competency standards or competencies, core competencies, stage of achievement, basic competence, indicator, learning objectives, subject matter, method, learning activities, media or tools, materials and learning resources, and assessment of learning outcomes. And then number 4, there are two types of teaching learning method. First, conventional teaching learning such as problem solving method, storytelling method, Q&A method, discussion method, and more. Second, in conventional teaching learning methods such as module teaching method, program teaching method, unit teaching method, CBSA teaching method. When I was doing PPL, one of method that I use is discussion method. After I share the PPT material in Google Classroom and students have some minutes to read and understand it, then I open a discussion session. We discuss point by point of material. Sometimes I ask students to read and re-explain what they get. And then number 5, there are 3 evaluation models. First, test evaluation, namely to measure learners and to measure the success of teaching programs. This method was used when I was doing PPL. Students need to do a test that I prepare in a quiz form in a Google form. It is to know how far students understanding the material that have been learned. And then second, objective test is a measurement based on assessment of students' ability with question to explain the correct or wrong answer to problem with a fixed weight of grades. Then last, non-test evaluation is an assessment that measures the ability of learners directly with real tasks. Then for question number 6, cognitive is about ability and brain activity to develop rational abilities such as knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, evaluation. Then affective is everything related to emotion such as values, feelings, enthusiasm, interest, and attitude towards something. Then psychomotor is the behavior of physical movement and coordination, motor skills, and physical abilities of person. And then we're going to the last answer. According to law number 14 of 2005 concerning teachers and lecturers, there are 4 competencies. First, teacher competence includes pedagogic competence, personality competence, social competence, and professional competence. Pedagogic competence is ability to manage learners. It can be seen from the ability to plan teaching and learning programs, the ability to carry out interaction or manage learning process teaching, and the ability to perform assessment. Then second, personality competence, namely the personal ability of a teacher needed to become a good teacher. And then three, professional competence is the ability to master the material, crude and deep lessons. Last, social competence is teachers' ability to communicate and interact effectively and efficiently with students, fellow teachers, parents, or guardians of students, and the surrounding community. All of competencies need to improve continuously, but for me, I haven't confident in pedagogic competence. In this case, I need to learn more and explore the references how to manage the offline class effectively and interesting. Because when I was doing PPL, I was in online meeting fully, so I still less experienced to teach face-to-face with students. But now I train myself in order to use to teach in offline class. That's all from my explanation about the answer. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.